Yeah. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on with it.
Where are you going fishing?
I'm not, dude, what the f are you doing, man? Why is your hand on your gun? You do not have the right to run my fishing license. Okay. You can't even check my fishing license. Ah, here you fucking face hole.
These arrogant officers believe they could gang up on anyone and get away with it. Watch how their attempts backfired as they were outsmarted by individuals who knew their rights and took control of the situation.
What are we doing?
I don't answer questions.
Are you going fishing?
I don't know. What do you think?
Stop.
Oh, am I being detained?
Yeah.
Am I being detained? Does it matter?
Yeah.
Or, come on, let's be realistic. No. Do you think I'm going fishing?
I'm asking you a question.
You can ask me all the questions you want, but I don't have to answer them. Am I good to go?
No, not yet. Do you have ID on you?
I don't answer questions and I don't give ID because you're not qualified to get my ID.
Okay.
So, can I just go about my day?
No, why are you walking?
Because I'm going, because what do you think I'm going doing?
I don't know, so you can tell me that.
I'm going fishing. Are you going to leave me alone now? Okay, good. If you don't know what it is, you're not qualified. Ma'am, don't be a DEI hire right now. Leave me alone. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not harming anybody.
Where are you going fishing?
Does it matter?
Yes.
It doesn't.
It does.
As long as I'm going to a club. Man, look at her. Yeah, come on out, guys. Come on.
Backup arrived in no time, and you will be shocked to realize that 9 officers ganged up on this auditor simply for exercising his constitutional right. To make matters worse, one of the deputies even resorted to using unlawful force against him.
Where are you going fishing?
Yeah. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on with it.
Where are you going fishing?
I'm not, what the f are you doing, man? Why is your hand on your gun?
Dude, that's not even a real gun.
You think it's not a real gun?
I know it's not a real gun.
Look at it. Dude,
it's not real.
It's real. Look, it's not real.
All right, move your head.
Hey, it's not going to come off. Just hold on, man. Hold on.
Relax.
Hold on.
Relax.
Hold on. I'm not.
I know who you are. I know who you are.
You know who I am,
yes.
and you're sitting here doing this.
All right.
Hold on. For my safety and yours, it's coming off.
All right, you're open and carrying.
I'm taking. Thank you.
All right. Are you claiming that you're coming to and from fishing?
Look.
That's what he's claiming, but I don't know what that is.
Where's your fishing license?
It's in my ID.
All right, where's that at?
Under 379.35. Under Florida statute, you do not have the right to run my fishing license. Okay. You can't even check my fishing license. So call FWC at this point.
We can't check.
Call FWC. Okay. Call them.
We can check your license.
Technically, hey.
No, you cannot.
The auditor was correct, as according to the statute, only an FWC officer has the authority to inspect his license. Even worse, these deputies didn't seem to grasp the basic difference between themselves and a commissioned FWC officer.
You have to understand.
Hey, talk to me.
Okay.
Right, so listen, I just listened to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. For you to fall under the statute that you claim to have.
379.354. Correct.
Hold on. You have to have a valid Florida fishing license.
I do.
Or a hunting license.
I do.
All right. Now, since you're claiming that that's why you have open carry, you have to provide that so we know that it's true.
To the right authority.
We can enforce.
Hold on. Are there definite?
Hold on. Listen to me.
I listen to you. Listen to me.
I'm not done talking yet.
Okay. Come on.
We can enforce fishing laws just like FWC.
You cannot.
Yes, we can.
And I'm gonna. After you're done, I'm gonna explain it to you. Okay. Under 379.001, the definitions, it says what a commissioned officer is. What a commissioned officer is a FWC officer. You are not an FWC officer, sir. None of you here are an FWC officer, correct?
If we can enforce the same laws.
Call FWC, man. I'm not running from you. I'm not going to do anything. I was just happily walking. Hold on. I just want to, just so I can pull it up, I just wanted to see how far away I am. I'm 0.9 miles away from where I was going fishing. 0.9 miles. I'm a mile away from where I was going fishing.
What type of fishing were you going to do?
I asked you and you couldn't answer that question.
Okay, all right.
Because you don't understand friggin' fishing.
I said I don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Because you don't understand what kind of fishing.
What is it? I know what it is. Explain it to me.
It's a friggin' crab net, dude.
Okay. And where's your bait?
It's in the bag that you guys took off of me.
These tyrants had already tossed his property to the ground, clearly unaware of the basic laws surrounding open carry. What followed was a much-needed humbling for these clueless officers.
My bait is in that fucking bag. That is what I'm going to go fishing with. And you stop me, all these... name and badge number, please.
829. My name is...
Right here? Is that what you're gonna say?
Bill, it's right there.
All right.
So you can see it.
I'm not being aggressive. Yours?
It's Mason 1236.
Thank you. I'm not being aggressive.
Right, 4757.
You guys just can't get past the fact that I'm doing something lawful. All I was doing is carrying my firearm lawfully, and your feelings, or whoever's feelings were hurt that called you, and then you come out here ready to pull guns on people?
I did not pull a firearm on you.
Who pulled a gun on me?
Right.
Yeah, you fucking piece of fucking
Anytime I see somebody that has a firearm, I'm gonna pull one on.
Oh, my feelings. Oh, my feelings. Oh, my feelings are so hurt. You fucking pussy. I didn't do anything to anybody. I was just walking on my merry way.
And you wouldn't.
And I told you I didn't have to.
I don't have to answer to you.
901-151 states that if I'm suspected of a crime, committed a crime, or about to commit a crime, I was walking on. I don't have to
carrying in a public place.
You
do.
Okay.
Have to show proof that you're
I do not.
fishing the whole 9
I
yards.
do not.
But you do.
Not under Florida law. Not under.
State of Florida.
Miss Mason.
It's Deputy Mason.
Miss Mason.
It's Deputy Mason.
I don't give a what you want to call it. You're a piece of fucking.
Great. I don't care.
You don't care. I care.
I don't care.
You were supposed.
Your opinion.
Every one of you were supposed to uphold and defend my rights, and here you are with my firearm unloaded.
Safety and your safety.
Your safety. I don't give a about your safety.
They fell back on the same tired excuse of officer safety, but it didn't take long for these clueless deputies to realize their mistake. Now scrambling to save face, they tried to brush it off, but the armed fisherman was not letting it slide.
To violate me, and then you pulled a gun on me, so...
There was no gun pointed at you.
Shut up. That's the best thing for you. You guys got body cams here?
No.
Well, it looks like you got one. She doesn't have one.
We don't have body cams in this age.
It looks like he's got one.
Yeah, you're an idiot, and that's a report.
Because I'm an idiot.
That's another body cam.
Okay, perfect. I'm an idiot, right?
I just said that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Hey, well.
I don't care.
You don't care.
4757. Brevard County.
I don't give a
I'm letting you know.
I don't give a
For YouTube, just YouTube.
Just for YouTube. Yeah, all y'all might want to back the off and leave me the alone. Hi, ass. There's nothing you guys are going to be able to do right now. Nothing.
On top of this, the auditor also revealed how the officers were committing a misdemeanor crime of harassing the individual by unlawfully detaining him. And now the auditor was completely dominating the officers and laughing at them.
Every one of you are in the commission of a misdemeanor. Because there's under 379.105, harassment of fishermen or hunters. I am going fishing. You are sitting here harassing me, and I'm just trying to go about my and you guys are stopping me. Look up 379.105. Why would I know the statute more than you know the statute? Why would I know the statute more than you do? Because I do this across the state of Florida. And obviously you all know who I am. I'm the armed fisherman. I'm the armed fisherman. I go around the state of Florida open carrying. And here you are stopping the guy open carrying while going fishing. I'm not going away. I'm not running because you got my property. you know, at the end of the day, I'm not running away from this. You're gonna look really stupid, Miss Mason. Your deputy. Oh, I'm Deputy Mason. Can I get my property back? I'm not running from you. I'm trying to go fishing.
My supervisor says otherwise, no.
Well, dude, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How many? 8. There's 8 in there. You got 8 people here, and nobody can figure out. Nobody knows the law. That people know that the armed fisherman goes around the state of Florida, open carrying, and here you are stopping the armed fisherman.
Finally, after detaining him and unlawfully snatching his belongings for almost 15 minutes, the officers decided to let him go. Well, this got quite a reaction from the auditor, who had some words for these cops.
Ah, f you f***ing face hole. Ha 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 ha. Shut up.
Necessary.
It's necessary. You know something? It is necessary because you know something? You guys have...
Keep your hand out of my face, please.
I'm not putting my hand in your face. You guys, every one of...
You're good to grab your firearm, you're good to go.
However you want to...
Don't be walking up and in with it. Go straight to your fishing spot.
I was on my way to my fishing spot, you dumb sh...
Do you want me to hold it while you...
You can throw it in there. Here, I'm gonna help you out, and when every one of you leave... When everyone, hold on. Hey, I'm gonna wait till every one of you leave so that you feel comfortable.
You can go.
I know. I was on my way until you guys stopped me. Yeah. Negro, you should have stood up for my rights, man. You know, civil rights, man. Civil rights, right? Civil rights, dude. You joined this force to say, hey, I would swear and uphold, defend the Constitution. I am going to pick up my stuff, man. I just want to, after you leave, I'm going to reload my firearm. But we should have stood up for each other.
Approaching us, walk away.
You cunt face hole.
It was totally bizarre to see how these cops had no sense of the law and accountability. But credit where it is due, the auditor stood his ground and delivered a lesson they won't forget anytime soon. Well, if you thought that auditor was tough, just wait. This next one takes things to a whole new level.
Why are you coming up on me like that, man?
You're not going to record me, so if you put that away, then we'll discuss.
Veteran auditor Sean Paul Reyes visited the Suffolk County Traffic Violations Bureau, a place long rumored to be filled with corruption and led by a questionable police chief. As he began filming inside, it did not take long for the so-called enforcers to swarm in, trying to shut him down.
Put that down. Whoa, back away from me, man.
Put that down.
What are you doing?
Let's go.
Back away. Back away. This is not. I'm not in a courtroom. I'm not in a courtroom. Who are you? Yeah. Why are you coming up on me like that, man? Well, I'm not in any courtroom I'm not in a courtroom or anything. I'm not in a restricted area. This is a public area.
I'm just asking you not to film.
But this is a public area. I'm not.
In the area.
Yes, I'm in a public area. This is a public area.
There's no filming in the area. Let's go.
Yeah, there's no reason for you to get. Listen, are you security guard or law enforcement? Are you security guard or law enforcement, sir? Can I get your name? Badge number 117. Hey, how you doing? Are you a supervisor here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just taking some pictures and video. I'm a journalist.
Sure, come on with this way. I'm going to show you the sign.
Yeah, well, let me see the sign. Sure, no problem.
So you probably, I'm going to ask you to nicely to please shut this off and then read the sign and then determine how you want to proceed.
So what rules of the chief judge? Are you law enforcement?
Step back.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for five security
Read the
guards.
sign and then stop recording.
Are you law enforcement, sir?
Yes.
You're law enforcement?
I'm going to ask you to read the sign
Are you public safety?
and I'm going to ask you to read the sign. And
Rules
stop
of the chief
recording.
judge. Electronic recording and audiovisual coverage in court facilities, court proceedings. Yeah, of court proceedings.
The officers quickly grouped up, clearly trying to intimidate him into backing down. But Sean stood firm, calmly asserting his rights and refusing to let them enforce baseless rules driven by signs and personal feelings instead of the law.
Where's the actual order? This is just the sign. Where's like an order from the
That
judge?
is the order. From the chief judge, right there.
Yeah, the chief judge of where?
So once again, you're in a courthouse.
Yeah.
You've read the sign. You've seen No video, no photographers, no recording.
What's the law, though?
I can call a police officer and a deputy sheriff if you'd like me to. What can I do to assist you?
I mean, you could definitely call law enforcement. I would love for you to call law enforcement because I would like for you to get educated. This is not a law. These are policies, sir. Can I get your name?
Sure, Captain Ray.
Captain Wright?
Ray.
Captain Ray.
Yes.
Yeah, these are policies, and this officer here tried to come at me from behind and put his hands on me.
Oh, he tried to put his hands on you?
Yeah, he tried. I had to back up and put my hand to block him.
So anyway, how can I help you
Security
today?
officers and public safety.
How can I help you today?
Security officers and public safety like yourself are here to observe and report, sir. They're not here to. You're not here to put your hands on anybody, man. That's not okay.
So what can I do to help you today?
That's not okay. You're public
So
safety.
what can I do to help you today?
I'm not a
You should
danger
be
of the public
recording
safety.
still.
Yes, I am recording. So I'm a journalist. I have a First Amendment right to record in
Yes,
publicly
yes, you do.
accessible areas.
Okay, but
I'm
not
gathering
here. This is a
content.
courthouse. The signs are very clear.
I'm not in a courtroom.
Do you have business here today?
I'm not in a courtroom. Yes, I do.
Well, it says if you actually read the sign, office or hallway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask
So where's
you-
the courtrooms?
So I'm going to ask you
Where's the
nicely-
courtrooms? Is this the hallway of a
So I'm gonna ask you
courtroom?
nicely.
Finally, a law enforcement officer was called in, and as expected, Sean took him to the cleaners as well.
Yeah, I'm just a First Amendment, I'm a First Amendment advocate. I'm a journalist. I'm not in, there's no courtrooms around here where I'm at. These are publicly accessible areas. I'm just working on a story, gathering content for a story. Peacefully, I'm not bothering anybody, and they're making a big deal about it.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm trying to accomplish exercising my rights without having being told to stop. That's really what I'm trying to accomplish.
Mind talking with me out here real quick?
I
I'd be
mean,
happy to talk with you. Can you record me all you want?
I mean, we could talk, but I don't
you
want to talk
trying to
out there
record
unless you're
us?
going to. No, I'm just recording all the signage here and all the public documents that are inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not anywhere near any courtrooms. Nowhere near courtroom. No, not even in them.
This is.
I showed this gentleman all the signs and asked him to read it.
Yeah, but these aren't the law. These aren't the law, though. These aren't the law, sir. These are signs. These are policies.
These policies of what the building is asking you of.
Yeah, they're policies. I have a right. This is a public building. I have the right to be in this public building. And just because I'm recording shouldn't restrict my access to the public building. I'm not bothering anybody. I'm not interrupting any courtrooms. I'm not breaking the law.
They have a sign up here for a reason.
I understand it's a policy, but they also, sir, deputy, they also had signs once upon a time that said people of a certain skin color couldn't come into an establishment, correct? Were those signs acceptable? Just because it's on a sign.
Can we talk over here? So
I'd rather.
over here.
I'll get out the way. We can come over here.
Come over here. Just follow me over here.
We can come over here.
Yeah. So what are you trying to do? Besides just record and
I'm just recording in publicly accessible areas. That's all I'm doing. And if you are going to violate my rights in any way, you let me know that, and I'll take it up with the proper venue. If you're gonna arrest me for any reason,
I didn't say I was going to arrest you.
I would hope not. I'm not breaking the law.
Sean stood his ground, but the corrupt officer threatened him with arrest, forcing him to leave the building. Months later, a leadership change brought in a new pro-Constitution chief named Brian Brown. To see if things had truly changed, Sean returned to the building, and this time also seeking to address 4 unlawful tickets that were issued against him.
Hi, ma'am. How are you?
What'd they do? They gave you tickets from front, back?
So they gave me a ticket for each window. I drive an SUV. Ma'am. I'm sorry. I drive an SUV, and the back 2 windows, according to the motor vehicle traffic law, the back 2 windows of an SUV could be of any darkness.
Okay.
So he gave me one
What's on your
ticket.
phone? Are you about to show me something?
No, I don't need to show you
I thought
anything.
you were going to show me something.
No.
What I'm going to do is, I'm going to get rid of, okay, I'm just going to charge you for 1.
Right. Yeah. I appreciate that, ma'am. But you said you would get dismissed 3 of them and charge me for 1 tin ticket. They're all unlawful. So I would just ask for time to get an attorney at that point and go to trial. My window tints.
Put your phone down because I feel like you're videoing me.
Can I put my phone down?
Yeah, because I feel like you're videoing me.
I video.
That's why I moved over here.
Oh, okay. Are you a public servant? I record all my interactions with public servants.
You're not going to record me, so if you put that away, then we'll discuss.
Ma'am, I just record all my interactions for transparency and accountability with.
I'm not going to do that though.
Why not?
Can you pay that today?
Isn't the director here pro-Constitution? Brian Browns, right?
August 7th.
He's pro-First Amendment. I was told that the director here encourages
Just give us a moment.
constitutional activities.
Not a problem.
Sure, no problem. No problem.
The woman again noticed the camera and refused to assist Sean while he was recording. However, after he reminded her of the new chief and updated policy, she promptly backed down and proceeded to serve him as requested.
So what the prosecutor tried to do was get me to agree to a plea bargain where I plead guilty. She takes away 3 of the tickets and leaves me only with 1. But I'm not willing to do that because they're retaliatory tickets from Sergeant Mio for exercising my First Amendment right. 2 of them are outright unlawful, and the other 2 are not correct either. They're not lawful either. He didn't use a tint meter to gauge the light passing through. My tints are legal.
Okay. All right. So you have 4 tint tickets.
Right.
3 of them I'm going to dismiss, and the other one I'm going to drop the fine for you to 105.
I appreciate that,
Is that
ma'am.
acceptable?
I appreciate that, ma'am. It's more than just the money for me. It's about the principle. This officer gave me these tickets in retaliation for we had a previous interaction before he pulled me over that he didn't like, where I was recording him, and he didn't like it, so he pulled me over for the tints. My tints are legal. The back 2 windows can be any darkness. So I would just like to consult an attorney if I can get a date, so I can consult an attorney about moving forward.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's fine. So just have a seat.
I appreciate you. Negotiating the plea for me, but it's a principle thing, not a money thing. Thank you, ma'am.
That's totally
Thank you,
fine.
ma'am. Appreciate
So
it.
just have a seat.
Yep.
And we'll get that date for you.
No problem. Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
August 26th, okay?
August 26th. Thank you, ma'am.
You could come before that date if you want. You
Okay.
don't have to wait if you're not married to that date.
Okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much. Have a great day, okay? Take care. So we have a new date here of August 26th. Hey, how are you guys? Good.
Sean received his court date and, after a recording for a few minutes, noticed the absence of unconstitutional signs. The environment had significantly improved, and it is fair to say that Sean played a major role in that change. Things soon took a turn for the worse as the following auditor exposed these corrupt officers.
What are you touching? Put it down. Why are you touching? Why are you touching? Put it down. You came to me.
Cops are often at the mercy of auditors, individuals who bravely stand their ground, armed with a thorough understanding of the law. Today we'll dive into moments where these auditors absolutely destroyed corrupt officers, exposing their ignorance and holding them accountable. We'll start with Sean Reyes, the brave auditor who was filming in the Nassau County Courthouse when the police were called and came over to intimidate him.
Recording the law enforcement officer, of course, of her duty.
Hello, sir.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Do you mind if I get your names and badge numbers?
Officer Goldberg, 4682. Okay.
And your name?
Officer Bastino, 4624.
Thank you.
At this time, you are being arrested. Okay, you're trespass banned from this location, so please put your hands behind your back. Okay.
How am I trespass banned?
There's multiple reports about you. Okay, please put your hands behind your back.
How am I? I'm not gonna resist you. I'm not resisting in any way.
That's fine.
I'm not.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
not gonna resist in any way.
Thank you, sir.
I'm not resisting you. When was I trespass banned?
In no time, the corrupt cops went over to arrest him, claiming that he was trespassed from the property. Sean kept recording them from his glasses, exposing these pigs.
I have nothing that can hurt you.
Thank you so much.
Maybe the camera.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Check and verify 302.
I just want to make it really clear that this is an unlawful arrest. I never knew I was trespassed from here, and you have to give me the notice that I was trespassed from here before you can arrest me for it. But do what you need to do. I'm sure it doesn't say it anywhere.
Title 22, Subtitle A, Chapter Part 29. Okay, that's why you're being arrested. And these are the 2 reports.
Title 22, what is that?
Title 22, it's for the video reporting inside that building and not being allowed to.
Sean was illegally arrested for filming inside a public building. Clearly, these pigs have no clue about the Constitution, and Sean has a chance to file another lawsuit against them.
Were you aware that your police commissioner was arrested for police brutality, official misconduct, and perjury? Were you aware of that?
No.
You weren't? Yeah, he was. Doesn't seem like the nicest guy. Tell Ryder I said hi. It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, no
the door
problem.
closed.
Sorry about that. My supervisor's just coming right now to talk to you, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah, no problem.
Just to make sure everything looks the way it's supposed to, and then...
Yeah, I don't think it does.
Okay. I know you don't, because, yeah.
I don't think it does.
Okay, no problem.
Doesn't sound like a law that I could be arrested under, but we'll see. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I think you guys were supposed to tell me to leave first and then arrest me when I wasn't left. That's what I'm thinking is supposed to happen.
I understand.
The supervisor arrived and seemed afraid of him, despite knowing Sean was handcuffed. He kept warning his partners about Sean's recording as if it were a crime.
Well, we'll wait till you take him out. Okay. Is his cameras and everything off or what?
Close his phone. We should turn off his phone. I don't know.
Turn it off if you can.
Marth told me that he was live streaming it.
Well, does he have? What does he have? Glasses or anything on? Does he have glasses?
He's got glasses.
Maybe the glass. Maybe there's video up on his glasses or something. Take a good look. All right. So if that's the case, you will take his glasses off and then you can turn. Well, how we have to do it? Okay. But and make sure he's not. Did he have anything else on his body taping?
He's got nothing else. He's just got a t-shirt on.
All right, so maybe, I don't know about these glasses. I'm not tech savvy. So just check the stuff. You and Craig will take them in. I'm going to stay here with these guys. We'll get this ball rolling. No problems, right? Everything good?
Ultimately, Sean was taken to the detention center where he was booked and locked up.
Yeah, we'll do a complete search when we get everything set up.
350.
The height of police corruption was caught on their body cam during Sean's booking. The sergeant who had arrived earlier physically harassed and threatened another auditor trying to film him.
Hi, how are you? You can put it down. Put it down.
What are you touching?
Put it down.
Why are you touching?
You can tape it.
Why are you touching?
Put it down.
You came to me.
Don't put it in my face.
You came to me.
Put your hands down.
Don't
Put your
come to
hands
me.
down. Walk.
You
I'm
came to
I'm
me.
in the middle of something.
I'm walking.
You walk.
I'm walking.
Walk.
You don't fucking put your fucking
You don't
hands
put that
on
in my
me.
face.
I didn't put it in your face. I was walking.
Don't put it in my face. Put it down.
Again, you're grabbing.
Keep it down.
Don't fucking
Keep
grab.
it down. Keep your camera down. Not in my face. I don't know what you're gonna. That's fine. That's good. You could do that.
Do this too.
Okay.
Fuck you.
Okay. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go inside.
Okay. Sergeant?
My name is Sergeant Muchow.
And what's your it's 692?
Yes.
You got a problem with your fucking hand? Huh? You got a problem with your fucking hand?
Sir.
No, I don't.
That's
got a
enough.
problem with
That's
No,
enough.
let him talk. Let him talk. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It is unclear why these cops have an issue with being recorded when it is neither illegal nor unlawful. Shortly after, the officers muted their body cams and conspired against Sean. He was later released and plans to file a lawsuit against the officers and the city. Moving on, these corrupt cops had to make up fake laws to arrest this auditor.
Now you guys see I got one hand on my camera.
1,
Whoa.
2,
Don't shoot me.
You're under arrest.
Whoa.
In July 2016, First Amendment auditor Deontay Valentine was filming the public parking lot of the South Carolina Police Department when an officer came over and confronted him.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Corporal Shroud at the Greer Police Department. How are you?
I'm all right.
Okay. Is there any reason why you're videotaping? I'm just curious. You're not in any trouble. There's nothing here other than we got called and told that you were walking around the parking lot. So, any particular reason for it? No, you're not going to answer. So we're just going to have a stare off because I'm recording you and you're recording me. Is that what we're going to do? Do you have your ID on you?
Have I done anything wrong?
Well, you're recording a suspicious activity, which puts this into a category of suspicious activity, which means that Terry versus Ohio, I can detain you until I can determine or deny that there's criminal activity.
Terry v. Ohio says suspicious activity is not enough for reasonable cause for ID.
There's already a call on it, so yes.
So suspicious activity, is that a felony or misdemeanor?
That's a misdemeanor.
No, it's not.
The auditor rightfully decided to be quiet for the first half, letting the cop speak what he wanted to. Imagine the level of this officer who doesn't even know suspicion alone is not reasonable articulable suspicion to detain somebody.
And I can't believe you just sat here and lied.
Yeah, go ahead and give me your ID.
Can you call your supervisor to the scene?
I am a supervisor.
I need another one.
Okay.
I need a lieutenant or somebody else.
Okay.
Actually, I'll go and do this type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
so.
just curious.
I mean,
hey. Criminal activity, there's nothing to worry about.
So why are you asking for my ID then?
Because you're not answering me, and when you're not answering me, how do I know you're not filming this parking lot to come shoot it up?
It's called the Fifth Amendment, right?
So I can check on that if it's suspicious, and part of that checking is to identify you. So if I can get
it's suspicious, a felony or misdemeanor.
Hi, sir. Again.
To make matters worse, another supervisor arrived on the scene and displayed even less understanding than the first officer.
Name, badge number?
Sergeant Forrester, 301.
All right, how you doing?
Good. How can I help you?
Well, he contacted me, wanted my ID for no reason, so I need a supervisor to let him know that, you know, without any crime being committed, I don't have to present my ID.
Well, he actually got a call on you.
Well, what crime have I committed?
Well, anytime somebody calls in and reports suspicious activity,
It's suspicious of felony or misdemeanor.
it's neither one, but he asked.
Oh, okay, thank you. So he said it was a misdemeanor. So now we have a conflict on which one it is.
We don't have a conflict at all. We have a conflict with
hold on,
the way you're acting,
whoa,
sir.
whoa.
It seemed as if the officer started to gang up on the poor guy, as one took him by surprise and escalated this simple situation.
Taping our parking lot in today's day and age, that's fine.
Whoa.
That's fine. You ain't got to whoa nothing.
Whoa. What's your name and badge number?
My badge number is 201. It's
Whoa.
Lieutenant Holcomb.
Whoa.
Holcombe. Now,
whoa.
let me have an ID.
This is the intimidation factor right here.
Let me have an ID, please.
What crime have I committed? What crime have I committed?
An ID.
What crime have I committed?
ID. You're gonna be failure to listen to a law enforcement officer ask you for an ID.
What crime have I committed?
An ID?
What crime have I committed?
Have you got an ID?
What crime have I committed?
Videotaping our parking lot and walking around the police.
Is that a crime?
Yes, sir. Right now, in
It is.
the day and age that we're dealing with, yes, sir. It is a crime.
Wonder what this sergeant was talking about, as filming a public parking lot doesn't warrant a stop, let alone an arrest. However, just as the auditor tried to tackle him with words, this pig did the unthinkable.
What crime have I committed today?
Anytime there's a suspicious person.
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor?
It's a. Let me see
Whoa,
your ID.
whoa.
You got the count of
Whoa.
3 or you're going to jail.
Now you gotta see, I got one hand on my camera.
1,
Whoa.
2,
Don't shoot
3.
me.
You're under arrest.
Whoa.
Guess what? That's not a right.
Actually,
That's a right to stay in jail. That's a right to stay in jail. Because if we don't have an ID and name and everything, then you stay in jail until we figure out who you are. So you can tell us who you are, or you can stay in jail.
What crime have I committed?
You're interfering with the police.
What crime have I committed?
Interfering with the police. Yes, you were.
You guys came and approached me.
Yes, sir. And I asked you for an ID.
And what crime have I committed?
Interfering with the police.
What crime?
Interfering with the police.
What crime? For you suspended for
Listen to me, because I know you're not deaf.
I don't gotta listen to you.
Interfering with the police. Yes, you were.
I was not.
Pretty shocking, to say the least. The poor auditor was in handcuffs, and the cops proceeded to take him to the police station. The camera was still on, and we could hear these cops in the background.
Right here.
There you go.
Like I heard you say something.
What I'll do too is, because I don't know what's on the cell phone or when you're recording. What's that? I think that cell phone should be out of that.
That may be a good idea.
He knows what he's doing.
It's a good idea. Get a talk with the detective, so you go search one thing, just download everything on it.
I'm sorry. I've got your phone.
Valentine was taken to the police station where he was booked but soon released. The video was soon released on the internet, and the public started talking about the corrupt practices in the police department. As a result, the police chief ended up resigning just a couple of months later. Next up, here is an idiot cop who soon got some quick karma after messing with the wrong auditor.
Sorry, no, you're trespassing right now. That's why I'm asking you what you're doing.
Trespassing on public property that I paid for?
Yes.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yes.
Barry Dave was walking past the South Padre Island Police Department's parking lot when he started recording the facility. That is when one of the tyrants came over and did something truly bizarre.
This morning she was itching all over.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we help you? How can I help you, sir?
You can go back to work. That's what I pay you to do, isn't it?
What's that?
Go back to work.
I'm sorry, no, you're trespassing right now. That's why I'm asking you what you're doing.
Trespassing on public property that I paid for?
Yes.
Can I have your name and badge number, please?
Yes, you can also take this.
Officer David Laird was the aggressor who put the auditor in handcuffs without even talking with him. At this point, these pigs have just completely lost it.
Can I have your name badge number, please?
Yeah, you can. We find out who you are. Okay. So what is it you're doing back here?
Hey guys.
Your phone is perfectly fine.
Hey
and
guys,
it's on still. See that?
Go ahead and call.
Step over here.
Please.
We're talking to you. So step over here and tell us what you're doing back here. This is private property, and that's why we're asking you.
How can a police department be private property?
You have an ID with you.
How can a police department be
You have an ID with you, sir.
Ma'am, did you turn my phone off?
You got a...
That's a violation of my First Amendment.
The auditor's Fourth Amendment and First Amendment rights had been violated, and things were about to worsen.
What's your full name and date of birth? What's your full name and date of birth?
Can I please talk to a supervisor?
What's your full name and date of birth?
You guys are working on getting a lawsuit. Can you
So listen, you're fixing to be arrested for failure to ID if you don't identify yourself.
That's a secondary charge. What's the primary
Do you understand?
charge? What's the primary
Do you
charge?
understand?
What's the primary charge, sir?
What is your name and date of birth?
Sir, what's the primary charge?
You are being detained right now.
I'm not going to answer anything. If I'm detained, then I don't have to talk to you. I like my lawyer, please.
Thank you.
And if I'm not detained, I'm free to go.
What is your name and date of birth then?
I like my attorney.
Pat him down, make sure he doesn't have any weapons on him.
Seeing the situation escalate, a supervisor came out and got the incident report from Laird. In a matter of seconds, he was about to take the idiot cop to the cleaners.
He's back here walking by the units recording.
He's just recording.
Yeah. So he's just detained right now. I'll cut him loose, I don't mind, but...
First Amendment right, sir?
Huh?
Yeah, he's one of those. You hear that?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
No signs restricting me from coming back here, sir. Excuse me, sir, you the supervisor?
So.
You guys gonna let me go now?
Yeah, we'll let you go. Let's take him and walk him over there.
Can you please make sure my phone is still on? If you turn off my phone, I'll be filing a lawsuit against you for violating my First Amendment rights. That phone
Let's
is
take him
my
over.
record.
Cuffs off.
Can you please get my phone first? I want my phone to record this.
What do you need him?
That is my
I
official
said let's
record.
walk
You
him
cannot
over.
interfere with my First Amendment right. Please bring my phone back. Ma'am? Please record them taking my handcuffs off.
They're gonna take off the handcuffs.
You gonna calm the fuck down next time?
Oh, I'm very calm. I'm always calm.
You ran up and grabbed me, threw handcuffs on me.
Dave's anger was justified. After being humiliated by his sergeant, Officer Laird now had to face Dave's wrath.
For First Amendment,
I don't know what you're back here for.
You just got yourself in a world of shit.
Go ahead.
You don't need to know what I'm back here for.
Yeah.
What did I do, sir? What was your reasonable, articulable suspicion that I had committed a crime, was about to commit a crime, or had just committed a crime?
You're standing around and walking back here recording us in our unit.
Oh, so that's against the law? Recording you is against the law. Did you hear that, guys? This was Officer... Sorry, what's your name and badge number?
David Laird.
Sorry?
David Laird.
Good, I'm going to get to know it very well.
Okay.
You'll be listed in the lawsuit.
You have that card for that other one?
Soon after this mess, the officers started to get inside the building, hanging their heads in shame. But Dave wasn't going to let the matter slide so easily.
They're already starting the cover up. I need everyone's badge. No, if I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. I need your name and badge number, sir. I need your name and badge number. I need your name and badge number. I need the sergeant out here. I need the lieutenant out here. Or I need the chief of police out here. You guys are not just going to walk away from this. I'm sorry. That officer fucked up big time. Where is he? Where's he or she? Sir, you look like a sergeant. Can you please come over here and talk to me? They're running away, guys, like a bunch of scared rats. Because they know they just stepped in it big time. Now they're just completely ignoring me. You guys are going to pay a lot for this. The city of South Padre Island is going to have to pay for this. Who's coming out to talk to me? They're all trying to ignore me, you guys. They're all trying to ignore me. They know they just stepped in it big time. Who's coming out to talk to me, sir? What? Who's coming out to talk to me?
I don't know, man. I just got here.
Okay, well, you just got here. Now you're in it too. Name and badge number. You should have stopped that officer. I warned him. I warned him that he was fucking up. Okay, guys, there it is. South Padre Island police. They've all scattered like a bunch of scared rats because they know that they stepped in it big time. I was grabbed. I was roughed up. Okay? And,
None of the officers even dared to step out and have a conversation with the auditor. Dave stood by his word and proceeded to file a civil rights lawsuit against these tyrants and the city. It is still in progress, and we hope that he gets the compensation that he deserves. If you think this cop got the perfect humbling, you won't believe what happened to this next tyrant.
All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go through first, Sergeant. Not a problem. Not a problem.
A First Amendment auditor was filming on the public sidewalk near the police station when officers, including Officer Fougere, approached and began to intimidate him.
If you want my name, I'll give you everything. Who are you?
I don't need to provide that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
If I'm asking you who you are and why you're videotaping our facility, you have to provide me with some kind of identification. So do you have any identification?
To require identification under the law, you need to be able to articulate a crime that I'm about to commit or I have committed.
Okay. You're going around, you're videotaping our state police facility for no apparent reason, and if I'm asking you who you are, you have to provide me with identification.
I don't have to, no.
It's just like anything else.
No, it's not.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
In fact, your public information officer already has dealt with this here, and so has a few other officers, so...
I don't care who's dealt with it. I'm asking you for identification because I want to know who you are right now. Well, and I want to know what your reason is for videotaping our facility.
Well, first of all, Supreme Court has covered that filming out in public is perfectly legal.
I don't care what the
And that is not a suspicion of crime, so therefore you have no suspicion of crime.
Listen, you can cite whatever you want.
Right.
Why are you videotaping? That's what I'm asking right now.
I don't have to answer that.
The officer was a straight-up bully who had no clue about the law that he swore to protect. However, his sergeant appeared on the other side of the fence, and that is when he got the shock of his life.
Well, I want to see a form of identification, identifying who you are, why you're outside my facility right now videotaping us.
I don't have to provide that either.
Why not? Why do you feel like you do not have to perform any form of
Because that's the
identification?
law.
No, it's not. If
Yes,
you're
it
out
is.
here and I want to know why you're videotaping our facility and you have to provide me some form of identification, you just can't come and walk away anytime you want and just come up with your things and fly them over our lot. I want to know who you are and why you're videotaping this right now.
You probably want to get a supervisor or somebody higher up.
Sure, here's my sergeant. He's coming out right now.
And he'll tell you.
Okay, no problem. Hey, Len. He was flying the drone out in front, videotaping. All I'm doing is asking for a form of identification so we can identify who he is. He's refusing.
Go through first, Sergeant. Not a problem. Not a problem.
He can videotape as much as he wants. We don't have to get any form of identification.
He can videotape. Not a problem.
All right.
Okay. So you were wrong?
Huh?
You were wrong?
According to my sergeant, yes, I was.
So you learned something today. That's good.
Okay, don't worry about it. I'll pretty sure. Have a good day.
The corrupt officer was humiliated, and he didn't even try to look back as he held his head in his hands and shamelessly walked past into his car.
You hear me?
I can hear you.
Sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of this. I said sorry for the inconvenience. Right now with the drones, there's a lot of, I guess you could say, I wouldn't say misinformation, but it's an area that we're not used to dealing with. All right?
Well, that's apparent. I've dealt with your troopers already on this.
Yeah, I'm sure you have it. Not a problem. That's why I came out here. I saw that he was talking to you, so.
You probably should educate them a little bit more on it. It's going to be a more...
It's kind of an area that's new to everybody, and until they have legislation on it.
Which there is none.
Right, right. So sorry for the inconvenience, okay?
Alrighty, have a good one.
Moving on, this auditor truly turned on top as he had the courage to challenge these corrupt cops in their department.
You're not understanding. I'm disabled. You have no authority over me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You don't intimidate me.
You are no longer welcome in this lobby.
Slap money. I want to know what live. I want to know what live.
Stand up.
I am passively.
Police officers sometimes abuse their power, committing actions that ultimately lead to their downfall. Today we'll be looking at how these corrupt and evil police officers ended up unlawfully arresting a man who was only demanding his rights. On December 5th, 2024, First Amendment Auditor William Reynolds went over to Cheektowaga Police Department along with his wife to file a complaint against an officer who had assaulted him previously. Upon entering, he encountered Sergeant James Rutkowski.
Your body cams on? Yes, sir. Okay. Just a question. Then maybe you could answer, and I just want your opinion on it. I'm a big guy, right? Okay. Are you guys allowed to, like, you guys have to follow the same laws I do. That uniform, that badge doesn't give you extra rights or privileges, right? So if you put your hands on a citizen, a private citizen,
without rights or without reason, and nothing is done. The lieutenant, I asked him in the office when he took me back to the day, I said, if I was to right now get up and shove you in the shoulder like Officer Grant shoved me, what would happen? He told me, I would laugh at you. Right then I should have crossed that desk. Right then I should have crossed that desk. When we come out this door, I asked him again, what would happen if I put my hands on you? I would laugh at you.
A few weeks ago, Reynolds arrived at a police stop where he was pushed and shoved by the officer on the scene. He tried to file a complaint against him, but the corrupt police department just shut him down.
He says, I'd laugh at you for being so stupid for getting arrested. That's entrapment. He also cursed at me. I can't get a lot of your officers to identify. I can't get the name of an officer I filed the complaint on because Hotchkiss says, well, we put the complaint in, but I'm not going to tell you which of the 3 officers there cursed at you. Okay. Even though she knows. Okay. I was put on 941 paperwork.
I'm sorry, I'm unaware.
No, I'm just like, like I said, that's why I'm asking to speak to the captain of the chief.
Okay.
I can, I would love for you, all I need from you, let them know William Reynolds is here. He will be here until they come see me. Okay. If they don't come see me today, I'll be posting my videos online and you guys can deal with the complaints and calls that you will get. Okay. Because, like I said, your lieutenant cursed at me by doing trap me.
Sergeant James was much more cordial than his peers earlier, and he gave the auditor ample time to convey his message. However, he made it clear that he won't be leaving without filing a complaint.
We'll video record everything.
I can do a couple things for you. I can. I think they're in an administrative meeting right now. I can leave a message for you. If you'd like, I can direct you to his phone.
You need an answer. I've already called him twice.
Okay.
They don't call me back. Okay. That's why I'm in person.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I'm allowed to sit in this lobby and record all I want. I'm allowed to talk to people that come in. I'm allowed to ask your staff things. I'm allowed to record your police. I'm going to ask why I've been pulled over for a plate blocker, for my plate being illegal, my plate holder being illegal. Okay. You guys have vehicles out in your private lot with toll blockers, front tinted windows, and he says, well, they're on a private lot, so I'm not going to ticket them. My next thing is I'm going to sit out in a lawn chair waiting for them to leave. I'm going to call 911 every time someone leaves. Okay. You guys are going to either hold yourselves accountable, you will either be the consequences for yourself, or I will be your consequences.
The sergeant told Reynolds that a police officer cannot be on the receiving end of a disorderly charge, and just because he wasn't present on the scene, he cannot make a statement on his conduct.
Like I said, if you want to go tell either Coons or Jarris that it's going to be a long day for them.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long day.
I'll pass the message along. I don't know what's on.
That's all I want. And you don't have to say anything else besides it will be a very long day, or it's going to be a difficult time until they come see me. And, okay. And I'll be here until they do, and I'll keep calling, and I'll let other people call on my behalf. They can either stop this now and be men and come out here and talk to me, be adults, and hold their officers accountable for the bad things they do, the lies they tell. I appreciate passing on. I appreciate talking. Yeah, no problem. I get. When I came in and filed my complaint, I was told by the male officer, I should have gotten his name, to be honest. He told me that I said I want your officer arrested or charged with disorderly conduct. I'm not going to charge one of my officers with disorderly conduct. We should have arrested you for like 80 times. Arrest me.
Reynolds continued to make a claim and refused to be intimidated by the higher-ups of the police department. It is good to see how auditors like him make sure to stick up for their rights.
He needs to get a disorderly conduct violation. Do Slavitisky. Interference is physical, correct? And it's physical, right? Interference, if you charge me with interference, it has to be a physical act. My words are not interference, right? Me just being there is not interference. Your officer having to take his attention away from his call is not interference.
When you say interference, you mean like a specific a criminal charge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Interfering with an officer's duty.
Yeah. Okay. I apologize. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Typically, it is.
So me just talking and being there, that's interference?
If I can't speak for that situation.
No. Yeah. In general. So that's all I'm asking. Yes or no? Interference has to be physical, right?
I mean, again, we can go hypotheticals all day.
There's no hypotheticals. In the statute, does it say it has to be physical?
It doesn't say physical. No. So if you're and interference, let me kind of push on that. That is not a quote unquote charge that we have here. Are you referring to obstruction?
I'm sorry. Yes. Okay.
Reynolds was also charged with interference with a crime scene, as he was only recording a traffic stop from a safe distance. Now, it is clear that some cops just hate being filmed, and the police department seems deeply corrupt.
If I'm trying to investigate a situation, if I have somebody in the middle of the situation who's uninvolved,
you can put up tape. That's the beautiful part.
Screaming. Yep. Could put up tape.
You can put up. Let's not use that. Yeah. Screaming is your addition.
The chief and the captain.
William, right? And then
Patricia, yeah.
Patricia, I'm sorry.
And let them
Nice
know
to meet
William
you.
Reynolds. They knew who I am. Like guaranteed.
Okay. I'll pass the message along.
This will not stop until my needs are met. This will not stop. I can be here every day. I can record. I will protest. Y'all can hold yourself accountable, or I will do it. Like when I ask for an officer for charges to be filed against an officer, and they tell me they won't do it, I'm asking you to file charges. You're an officer. That's what you do. You don't get to decide whether, oh, I'm not going to do it. I asked you to file charges, right? It should have been done, correct?
I can't speak for that. If you let me.
As an officer, right now, I am asking you to file charges against the officer that swore at me for disorderly conduct, and I want charges for disorderly conduct against Officer Slavoticki for cursing at me in his office.
Yeah. Would I file charges against Lieutenant Slavoticki or that other person? I wouldn't. I would generate a report. I would generate a complaint of some sort. But me personally not being involved in the situation.
Once again, Sergeant Jack is on point. According to the law, an officer must be present at the scene to charge another officer with a crime, and they must have witnessed it firsthand. Staying professional, the sergeant patiently explains this to Reynolds once again.
So specifically for disorderly conduct, it being a violation in New York State, unless
anything that is caused to disturb or alarm. I was alarmed that he would call me while he is on the job. I am alarmed. I am letting you know the circumstances. I would like Slavoticki, and I'd like the body cam footage to be seen, and I'd like your other officers cited with disorderly conduct. Just say we don't need to go back and forth anymore. Are you going to cite them? Yes or no?
Me personally, I wouldn't review that situation, sir, because I don't think it happened on my shift. Number one,
it doesn't matter. You're a police officer. A statute was broken. I would like Black Chief, who is on today. I know he's on because I saw your paperwork. I want him to come down. He was there. I'd like him to issue the citation.
Now, it is rare to see cops holding each other accountable, and this case seems no different. However, the sergeant finally agreed to call back the officers from the traffic stop who made the unlawful arrest.
I'm asking you for the sergeant that was there, that showed up on scene, and heard your officer curse at me.
I think with the complaint that you have, if they address that further today with you, I would address it with either Captain Gervais or the Chief of Police, whoever speaks to you.
Okay.
But as far as me filing charges, or Sergeant Black Chief filing charges against an officer...
But I'm just going off of you gave me a bunch of reasons why you wouldn't or couldn't, and I'm giving you reasons why that guy can. And they're the exact reasons why you said you couldn't.
I'm not trying to speculate or argue with you.
Me neither. I just want to know that if someone wants to file a disorderly conduct charge with you, that you're telling me because you weren't there, you won't file it. I'm not asking you to be judge, jury, or a lawyer. I'm asking you to file a charge, and let the judge and them decide. You have body cam. If it didn't happen, then he walks free, right?
It would definitely go up.
It's good to know that no matter what happens, they will not file charges against their officers. They will not hold each other accountable at the time things happen.
Shortly after, another officer appeared and started to intimidate the poor auditor, almost threatening him to leave the place as their routine tasks were being mishandled.
To be clear, I want you to be clear with what's going on with me here. I'm not leaving. I'm not trespassing. I'm broken the law.
What I'm telling you is, if you disrupt the normal operations of our police station, you will be...
How so? How would I be disrupting? Let me know so I don't do it.
If our dispatchers can't sit here and conduct their work with you without you disrupting them,
hold
then
on.
officers will be arrested.
Sit there?
Okay? And you need
I didn't disrupt them there. How did I disrupt them there?
You need to have a legitimate purpose for being here.
I am. I would like to see the captain or the chief.
They're not available. You will not see them.
I will sit here all day, and I'll come back tomorrow, and I'll come back every subsequent day until they see me. You're not understanding. I'm disabled. You have no authority over me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You don't intimidate me. You understand that?
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
So we can get the chief.
I want to be very clear.
Who are you? Please identify. Captain Schmidt. Let's get something clear. Perfectly clear.
We are not going to continue in this pattern. You are interrupting the flow of our operations.
Let me know how I'm interrupting. I would like to know how I'm interrupting.
Reynolds shut down the first officer with a solid response, but then Captain Schmidt stepped in, doubling down on lies to force him off the property, threatening arrest for trespassing.
Listen, because I need you to hear this. All of your complaints are closed. If you're dissatisfied with how they've been dealt with, you can follow up with the Attorney General's office. That is your remedy. If you're further dissatisfied with how you've been treated, you may file a lawsuit, get yourself an attorney and do that. What we are not going to do is we're not going to have you sit in our front lobby. We have a
You can't do anything about it. You can't do anything about it, Captain Schmidt.
We have a
You can't do anything about it,
Captain. Lobby open for the other members of our town to come in and file reports.
You're 100%
for
right.
victims of crime to come in, for people to come in.
Is this a public lobby? It is on the onus of you to create privacy. You don't want to talk to me, bro. I know more than you. I know more than you. I know more than you.
I just want you to understand what I'm saying.
Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave? Are you going to arrest me if I don't leave?
Yes. Yes.
You might want to put the cuffs on me right now. Put the cuffs on me right now. I'm not leaving. I am protesting. I am in your lobby protesting.
So I want to be clear.
First Amendment right.
No legitimate
First Amendment right.
You are creating a disturbance.
Where?
I have a question.
There's other people in our operation.
One person now. There's one person here. What disturbance?
He's the mailman.
He's the mailman.
Okay.
I'm their mailman too.
Right? Thank you.
The captain claims that filing a report against an officer is disruptive and affects the entire department. Tensions escalate quickly, and what happens next will leave you stunned.
Arrest me or get the hell out of my
How was a complaint?
Right now you can stand up.
No, I'm not. So you can arrest me.
You refuse to leave, you are going to be arrested
For what? I have to break the law in public for you to arrest me.
You are no longer welcome in this area.
Why? I'm First Amendment. Is it a First Amendment right
to cause us to interrupt the flow of our operation?
How? What did I? Okay.
Our front desk lobby is now closed because of your attitudes, because of your actions, because
They've never been out here.
Yeah, I asked.
I feel safe being at the front desk with you.
That's not a problem. If you don't feel safe, then you should be a cop.
Okay.
So are you buying bullshit?
So this is.
Let me ask you a question.
You can leave, or you can be arrested for trespass. You are no longer welcome in this lobby.
Slap them on. I want to know what live. I want to know what.
Stand up.
I am passively aggressing.
Stand up and turn around. You are
Patty, he's twisting my wrist. He's twisting my wrist.
You are under arrest.
Okay.
Despite his resistance, Reynolds is handcuffed and arrested for trespassing in a public place. Now, it is shocking how these corrupt cops go to such lengths to cover their tracks.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you to get hurt.
How can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed?
Patty, you're up there being with me.
How can you say a complaint was closed that was never filed? We are here to file the complaint and you're saying it's already closed.
You are under arrest for trespass.
Well, go on, I break the I do not have to break the law. I have to break the law, sir.
Take that off in court.
Okay.
You have to wait out here.
The officer's failure to handle a simple complaint was disturbing, leading to Reynolds' illegal arrest. Meanwhile, Miss Reynolds kept recording, relentlessly questioning Captain Schmidt and calling him out for breaking the law.
You're no longer accepting complaints from my husband.
So, and I would be very clear on this, so there is no confusion. Every time we have...
Wait, I need you to say we are no...
Okay. I'm going to build to that point, so I'm going to say it very articulately, so there's no confusion. Every time we deal with your husband, that is a targeted attempt, in our estimation, for him to complain about our officers. Every time we have an interaction with him, what follows is another complaint. We have adjudicated complaint after complaint after complaint. We are not going to continue to entertain this behavior. We are not going to continue to use our manpower and our resources to focus on one person who is trying to interact with the police to make complaints. We're not going to.
Now you wonder what else somebody is supposed to do when the officers investigate themselves and prove that they are innocent. At this point, Reynolds must sue the department and the officers involved to seek justice.
If they were not calling my husband an if they were not lying to both of us, we wouldn't be in this situation.
So there are other avenues for him, as I already explained earlier. He can go to the Attorney General's office if he believes we're not handling these complaints seriously, if we're not investigating them fully. He can file a lawsuit. Those are avenues to him that are legal avenues. Once we're at the point where I say you have no legal purpose in this building any longer and you are interfering with their operations and you need to leave, at that point, he had to leave.
Because you came out saying the complaint was filed and closed.
Yeah, so,
but we hadn't even filed it yet.
We're not just going to continue to do, okay, that complaint's closed, I'm doing a new complaint. Well, I don't like the way they talk to me, it's a new complaint.
Reynolds was arrested and there have been no updates regarding the status of this case. However, we hope that he ends up taking legal action against these officers. Now, while these cops did the unthinkable, this next tyrant made the worst decision of his career.
Sit out! No. You sit out! Get on the ground!
On October 27, 2024, resident Lich Vu was driving with his wife when he had a minor collision on the road. An officer who had seen this quickly pulled him over and went over to confront him.
Whenever you complete a U-turn...
I didn't U-turn.
Hold on. Whenever you complete a U-turn, you're supposed to be as far to that corner as possible, okay?
Yes, they have another car in front of her. And why, I cannot park in behind her.
Okay, well, you are required to go as far away you're not supposed to be between any cars. You're supposed to be against that curb line. I need you to sign with your finger. It's not an admission of guilt. You're just signing saying you'll take care of the citation for a ticket. You're promising saying that you'll take care of it at a later date, whether that be in court or if you take care of it outside of court.
Mr. Vu could have just simply signed a ticket and moved on. Instead, he stepped out of his vehicle, catching the officer off guard. He had no idea how quickly things would escalate.
I don't think that you're understanding what I'm saying here, okay?
I understanding. I told you. the car, the front of her hand, her to the and she didn't turn.
Whenever you make a U-turn,
I didn't make a U-turn.
sorry, let me clarify, okay? Whenever you enter a little intersection thing like that, you are not allowed to go side by side next to a car, okay? You have to go behind vehicles.
Hey, you are the police.
Yes.
So you know.
Okay.
How many cars?
We are done, sir. No, we're done arguing about this, okay?
I don't think so.
We are not We are not arguing about this, okay?
I want to show you.
We argue in court. We argue in court.
The individual in question was a 70-year-old man, and he was becoming restless with each passing moment.
We don't argue on the side of the road. We argue in court. Yes, that's how it works. Because if not, if you don't sign this, you go to jail. Okay? I don't want to take you to jail.
I'm ready to go to jail.
You ready to go to jail?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Okay, that involves impounding your car too. Okay.
We stay here waiting for go to here. We're not U-turn.
Okay, it doesn't matter about a U-turn or what. That lane,
and I heard,
you can't.
She hit us.
The officer decided to do something stupid instead of calmly de-escalating the matter.
You see where that car's at? Whenever you enter that area, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to leave any space at all. You're not supposed to leave any space at all.
You see that two car?
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
I am the top
way
car.
where your vehicle was located, your vehicle was not like that.
Sit up.
No.
You sit up. Get on the ground.
No. See, sir. No. Cho anh phải ép lần. Anh có đánh lại. Anh phải ép lần.
Yeah, I'm gonna call an ambulance.
Look at his face.
The corrupt officer showed no regard for the elderly man's age, slamming him face first onto the concrete. Now, here's another angle of that shocking incident.
Your vehicle was located, your vehicle was not like that.
Sit up.
No.
You sit up. Get on the ground.
No. See, sir.
Next, these officers arrested the wrong person, leading to a massive lawsuit against the city.
You like to go to jail for obstruction. You get me? Obstruction is a physical thing. That's obstruction. What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
Cops are meant to uphold the law, but some abuse their power unlawfully detaining innocent people. Today we're looking at cases where corrupt officers mess with the wrong people and face the consequences.
We're going to see what the federal court got to say about it.
Okay. You have that right.
Oh, absolutely I do.
On February 24th, 2024, the Garden of Eden Foundation held a charitable event at which hundreds of people drove high-end cars to support the cause. During the rally, an Okeechobee sheriff's deputy pulled over one of the participants.
I got you going 63. It's a 35 through town. All you guys are hauling ass down the road because you got your stammer.
Sorry,
you know what y'all are doing.
No,
yeah, you do.
It was a speed limit.
You got your license?
Her license?
Yeah, her license too. I'm required everybody in the car. You're going 63 in a 35 mile an hour zone.
I apologize. We didn't realize there was a speed limit. We're doing a reduction because he was faster over there.
10-4, the blue Lamborghini right in front of you and the other one that just pulled in. These other cars, I don't know how fast they were going. Stay in the car.
After 10 minutes, the female deputy wrote a speeding ticket and went over to give it to the driver. However, by this time, a massive crowd had assembled, and among them was former NFL Hall of Fame and Super Bowl champion Warren Sapp.
Alright, come over here. Alright, I'm giving you a citation, okay? 63 and a 35. That's unacceptable, man. That's almost double the speed limit.
Like I said, we're part of the rally. We're having fun,
you can be part of the rally or you can live in town. I completely understand, but going almost double the speed limit's a little unacceptable.
No, like you said, he was a faster speed over there. And then
you can take it to court. I don't mind going to court. It's my job. Alright?
Is this a point?
Yeah. Unless you want to fight it, you're more than welcome to. All right, but it's a $248 ticket.
This is points though, right?
Yes. But if you do the traffic school, it takes the points off. Okay.
So I have a clean license, right?
It doesn't matter. I understand
it's kind of worth
like
at least
I
a
said,
consideration.
With the
How many of us?
With the amount of traffic, I'm trying to educate you, man. And with the amount of traffic that's coming through town,
63 is not double 35.
The law gentleman got this.
63 is what I got him on.
Warren finally appears, objecting to the ticket given to the individual. As the traffic stop is over, he can say anything he wants, but these dumb cops are about to escalate the situation.
Go ahead and take it to court because it's on the body camera. Okay, but you're almost double. Okay, but you're going over the speed limit.
I got that, but you said doubling the speed limit.
Okay.
You didn't double the speed limit.
Okay, well I got him. Okay, well I got it, and I wrote for what I got was 63. Okay, so I said what I said, but I didn't write him for double. Did I wrote him for?
No, but what you're saying is incorrect.
Well, just for future reference, through this
You like to be correct. That's all. Factual. Hold on, stop and what?
You guys have
no, they do what? What you telling me to do what? What you mean? Stop what?
Are you serious? You want to go to jail today?
Say that shit.
63, but I don't think you go to jail for obstruction. You get me?
Obstruction is a physical thing.
Would you like to go to jail for obstruction?
Obstruction is a physical thing.
Would you like to go to jail?
The superstar was simply minding his business, exercising his constitutional right, but the officer, feeling their ego being bruised, did something shocking.
You do know that, right?
I know the law.
Obstruction is a physical thing. What did I do that physically?
You're obstructing her from doing her job.
What did I physically do? It's a physical action.
No, it's not neither.
Obstruction is a physical action. Not freedom of speech. Not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitutionally protected, right? Yeah, that's right. What's your name, guys? 588.
If you don't give me your name during the investigation, that's obstruction.
What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
Coon Fair, 734.
Coon Fair,
all right,
734.
Yeah.
Detain for what?
I'll take that.
Just like that, Warren Sapp was arrested for obstructing official business and was handcuffed. This blatant violation of rights was about to get even worse. The case progressed.
What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for? I'm listening. What am I being detained for? Please report. What am I being detained for?
We got cameras in that. You got.
No, hey, is it rolling?
Everything's rolling, yeah.
I got
audio, video,
you
recording.
ain't gotta hold me that hard, brother. I'm right here. I'm not resisting. I'm not resisting. I'm just standing here. Why you gotta grab me like that? What am I being detained for?
I'll explain that in a second, sir.
No, this is affecting the arrest.
This is a detainment.
You're applying force right now.
No, I'm not.
You still ain't answer about the detainment, sir.
You're being detained, and I'll answer that in just a second. What are you detaining?
Hold on. No. Wait. This is gonna be fun.
Everyone needs to step back.
You need some tape, don't you? Here you go. You know this is force, right? 1983 law school. Deprivation of rights under the color of law. I haven't done anything. Not a thing.
Turns out, Warren knows far more about the law than these incompetent officers. They had no reasonable articulable suspicion for the arrest, and they still did not know who they had just taken into custody.
Hold on. He's gonna answer that for us, right, officer? Why are you arrested? You know it's illegal for you to watch him do this. Yeah, I am. Right? This is force. This is force. Absolutely. What am I being detained for?
Until I can get your name, that's what we're going to do. You're being detained.
What am I being detained for? Hold on. You didn't explain it. What am I being detained for? What am I being detained for?
Okay, I was talking.
No, I'm asking. What am I being detained for? I can resist the unlawful arrest, but I'm not. Cause Supreme Court, I have handcuffs on me, and you haven't told me why am I being detained. Why am I being detained? I can stand right here. I'm not being detained. I'm being detained. I'm just standing here. Why would I get back in your car?
Because I'm surrounded by about 20, 30, 40 cars. It's not a safe situation.
It's a safe situation. Ain't nobody doing anything.
Obstruction requires a physical act, but these officers tried to twist Warren's freedom of speech into an obstruction charge. These tyrants desperately need a refresher on the Constitution.
Talking to two other officers. I don't have to answer you. I'm not getting in that car. Why am I getting in that car?
Stop pushing it. Stop resisting. Get back.
That's all I want to know.
Sit down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
That's you?
You have anything in your pockets?
I don't search. I don't consent to any searches.
Well, you are detained.
I am being detained for what? Where's the supervisor? Please,
Stand up.
please. No, I'm good. Right? You told me to sit. You told me to sit. I'm gonna sit.
Stand up.
You told me to sit. I'm gonna sit.
Stand up.
Can you get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
It is mandatory for the police officers to call for a supervisor when asked. However, these dumb cops even ignored this request as they went on to lock him up in the back of the police cruiser.
Stand up.
Brother, I don't consent to any searches.
You are detained.
For what?
Because you obstructed.
That's not what I'm at. For what?
Incident to arrest.
Oh?
Incident to arrest.
What is that? What is that? You said I'm being detained. I'm actually, why am I being detained? Can I get a
already
supervisor?
told you why.
Why?
You
Because I didn't give you my name?
You need to give
You
us
said
a name.
because I didn't know. I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have the right to
When
remain
I ask you
silent.
to leave
Sir,
and move back, and you do not.
None of that was asked to me.
Stand up. Stand up. I need to stand up.
Give me a supervisor,
All right,
please.
you're under
Give me a
arrest.
supervisor,
You are
please.
under arrest.
I'm in the car.
Stand up.
I'm already in the car.
Stand up.
I'm already in the car, sir. Can I get a
Stand
supervisor?
up. I need to search
Can I get
your
a
pockets.
supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? He asked me to sit in the car, so I sat.
Hi, brother. What's going on, man?
I asked him, why am I being detained?
I wouldn't give me his name. That's obstruction.
Eventually, a sergeant arrives and calmly speaks with Warren, even allowing him to search. But it is only then that another officer finally recognizes who he is.
I don't have any weapons. I don't have any weapons. I can't really hear you. I don't have any weapons, sir. I don't have any weapons.
You can, all right?
I can't sit right here. I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
You have his camera?
I gave it there.
Oh, good. That'll be evidence.
I don't have a lot of space. They made for a big guy. I ain't did nothing against the law.
That seat's annoying, sorry. I can't help it.
I did nothing for nobody.
Right. What is that? It's alright. Let it go.
Whose car is this?
I don't know whose car it is. This is my car.
You know who he is?
Who is that?
That's Warren South. Who? That's Warren South.
Okay, well, he wouldn't give me his name.
Yeah. That's Warren South. The NFL player.
Oh, good.
Turn on your airbag so you don't get mad.
Hey, what is going on?
All right.
Let me turn my air on before he gets upset.
Yeah.
If a well-known celebrity is treated poorly like this, you can only guess how ordinary, normal citizens are treated by these officers in this country. A female officer then escorts him to the police station.
Now, you're not going to let me speak to the supervisor.
I've just tried.
He's not.
Okay, I was told.
And you said what?
I was told to take
You said
you.
what?
I
No.
was told to take
And
you.
you said what?
You already
What-
spoke
what
to
is
that
my
guy.
charge?
Okay.
What is my charge? What is my charge? Please.
696.
I'm observing my government officials at work, and they arrest me for obstruction. I asked a question.
You did, and I'm just transporting you.
Give me your name. I'm not giving you my name.
You don't have to, and that's fine.
That's what he arrested. That's what he grabbed me for, baby.
Okay, well, you were also arguing at that point
Arguing what?
with me.
No. We was just having a discussion about you saying double.
Okay, and I wrote him
It wasn't
for
double. That's
okay,
all. I mean, and that was an easy discussion.
and it was, and I told you, but then
told
you
me
kept
it was.
going.
Is it
Okay.
no?
Now, it's good to see that the former Super Bowl champ knows his rights and is also vocal about them. The officer who arrested him should be fired. Blatant abuse of power.
Are you a law enforcement officer?
I am, absolutely.
What law did I break?
And you want to know what law I enforce? I enforced the traffic stop that I was working on. Okay. And what happened after you? Good.
You said doubling the speed.
Cool, but I wrote him for what he went. And then the arresting officer. Okay.
That you
All right.
did something wrong. You
I'm
just said
arguing
it wrong.
for.
Just said it wrong. That was all.
Okay.
Did y'all stop that body cam?
This is still rolling.
No, mine.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how to use that. I don't want to mess with it. Come here, bud. Right here.
I just asked what law, bro.
I know, it's right there.
That's all I asked. What law,
Okay.
bro?
All right.
That's easy as it is.
Are you going to give me your name or no? Okay. He's not going to give a name, so put him in a cell until he wants to give you a name.
And at this point, the officers now realized who they arrested. The same sergeant who initially refused to talk to Warren now rushed into the detention center in order to speak with him. Realizing their huge mistake, these cops were now scrambling to fix it.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, no, definitely not going to argue with you. I'm just
You'll
asking.
have your day in court. I understand that. So,
Oh, no, because I just had my rights violated. Your officer said to me, do you want to go to jail? First thing he said out of his mouth to me. I said, excuse me? What's your name? So I laughed. Because I do have a right to remain silent, right? I have the right, Fourth and Fifth Amendment, right?
Yes, you absolutely have a right to remain silent. But you don't have the right to interject yourself into an investigation.
Interject myself?
Yeah, were you in the vehicle that had been stopped?
No, sir.
No.
I mean, his body cam was on and everything, right?
Correct.
That's all I need. All the officers that was there, body cam and all that good stuff. And
yeah, it'll all be in there. And,
1983 deprivation of rights, my first, my fourth, and my fifth.
Yeah. Warren quickly called out the officer's mistake, leaving him fumbling for pathetic excuses. Somehow, people attending a charity event were considered threatening. The former NFL star wasn't going to let go of this without a fight, and he made his intentions very clear to the sergeant. A massive lawsuit was headed their way, and they knew it. Shortly after, Warren was released and the charges were dropped, all thanks to his celebrity status. Despite this, he filed a civil rights lawsuit demanding $20 million in damages from the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office. As the lawsuit begins, we hope that the corrupt deputy who arrested Warren will also be held accountable. Now moving on, here is another instance where an officer was owned as she messed with the wrong auditor.
You claim to defend women, and I feel like now you're harassing me.
In December of 2024, First Amendment Auditor Leroy visited the Union City Police Department to investigate allegations of nepotism and corruption in handling pistol permit. Wasting no time, he directly confronted the police chief's wife.
Some questions for Michelle Zerone there. Can I ask her? I need to ask her some questions. Oh, hey there. Ask some questions. Good you got your body cam out for that. And some questions about, number one, the gun permit situation. Now, you're married to Chief Ficini, and is that correct?
So do you want a gun application form on how to do it?
Well, I want to know what kind of collusion.
Work-related.
I want.
Is it work-related?
But this is absolutely work-related. I want to know if you're in collusion with your husband on who to give permits to, or who. Hold on, I'm not done talking. Who to give gun permits to, and who to deny gun permits to.
You claim to defend women, and I feel like now you're harassing me.
Oh, so now you're a sergeant, police sergeant, and you just said because you're a woman, you're a police sergeant. I don't look at you as a woman or a man. I look at you as a police sergeant.
Michelle Zerone, the police chief's wife, wasted no time playing the victim card, trying to paint herself as a victim of harassment by the auditor.
Anything work-related.
So listen, she just pulled female harassment because I'm asking her a question of nepotism and possible collusion between her and her husband when it comes to gun permits.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You can try and apply and see how it works.
I already have people.
It goes through the state police.
No, I don't need it.
Once you need it, there you go.
No, I don't want it. I already have people who have told me, and they're alleging that you're in collusion with your husband, Chief Anthony Ficini. This is Sergeant Michelle Zerone Ficini. That you're in collusion with him, and you decide who's going to get them and who doesn't together, which is a major conflict of interest.
Leroy made some bold claims, and Michelle's reaction spoke volume. Corruption was likely happening in the department. Instead of answering, she chose to walk away.
There's no Detective Contreras here.
All right, so what was her name? The woman that had an argument with you and you got really upset and you told your husband to remove her from the record room? There was someone in the record room here that I was told was just that you just had removed because you had a mean girls fight with them.
Is there anything else I can help you?
Well, that's my question.
Okay, then that's not work related.
Of course it work related. It's someone who is in this office working with you. So can you believe? Then she walks away, and she's a coward like her husband. And then she just pulled this out of thin air. Disgusting. She needs to go. Chief Ficini needs to resign. Sergeant Michelle Zerone Ficini needs to resign. The corruption here is so deep, and of course, Mayor Brian Stack needs to resign.
As if walking away wasn't enough, the cowardly officer pressed the panic button, summoning police backup, all because of a guy with a camera.
Her as a female, I had a question for her, and she says, "Oh, you say you support women, you're harassing me, you're harassing the female." No, you're a police officer. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, I'm asking you questions as part of your duty. Hey, did they call the whole gang up here now? Hey.
I don't know. I was asking this. How you doing, all right?
Good. Good to see you. Hey, good.
So if it's anything having to do with the record,
what a liar.
I will help him. But if he's gonna come here and harass me, then I don't.
That's not harassment.
Okay.
Sergeant.
Is it about business?
Absolutely, it's about business. Of course it is. I'm an investigative journalist, and so I'm not going to get into it with you, but I have very very important questions. I needed answers as to that. There's allegations that her and Ficini, they collude, and Ficini, let me see this logo, you all see this video.
One of the responding officers happened to be a good friend of Leroy's and knew he was a serious journalist. Leroy made his case, making it clear that he had done nothing wrong.
So there's an absolutely relevant business here. And for her to claim harassment is disgusting. I mean, it's just absolutely off the wall. And she's trying to play this harassment card now. So that shows me she's hiding things, obviously. Otherwise, she would have just answered. She could say, hey, this never happened. Even though I've had a number of people come to me and say that they've been unlawfully denied gun permits because of the collusion and conflict of interest between Sergeant Zerone Ficini and Chief Ficini.
So
they
they
do it
feel
together.
that for some apparent reason, their applications aren't getting the attention that they deserve?
Yeah, because they're in collusion with each other.
Other girls?
No, I'm going to honor you because I believe the office is just closed, so I'm going to honor that. So I was done. I mean, I was leaving, but when I saw you all here,
And if you want to, next time, there's other girls there that can help you out.
well, but
And
she's
they're competent, they're really good.
All right, but she's the one who has the answers because she's the one accused of corruption. So I'm not going to ask someone else in there about her corruption. I'm going to ask her.
She might be, in their feeling,
She's not, you're not Phoenix police. She's not Phoenix police.
we're not,
She's a public official, and I have a right to ask her as an investigative journalist. Yeah.
This police officer certainly earned his reputation, showing that he has a negative IQ.
You can't come this close to me.
And what law is that?
You're obstructing me.
No, I'm not obstructing shit. Is there a bubble around you? Do you have yellow tape? Where does the fucking line stop and where does it end?
Some cops were never taught the difference between enforcing the law and abusing their power, and it shows. But karma never forgets. Today we're exposing some of the most corrupt officers who finally got exactly what they deserved. In September 2024, a First Amendment auditor from Press Harder was out recording in a public area when an officer decided to intervene. What happened next was a clear violation of his rights.
I don't care. What? I don't care. I'm in public, man. I'm in public. She's in public. I'm in public. Is it your property? I can come over to that sidewalk.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You're not being this close to us while I'm conducting an investigation.
Oh, well.
No, you cannot come this close.
All right.
Okay?
Then I'll stay right here. And you can kiss my ass. Fucking piece of shit. Wants to start a protest.
Videoing that for her?
Don't ask me any goddamn questions, you fucking tyrant.
A tyrant?
Yeah. I don't give a f. You've already started a protest, man.
A protest?
Yeah. Have you ever seen one? Have you ever fucking heard one?
I'm working. So
Yeah, good.
I'm just asking for videoing for her.
Good. I don't care what you're asking, man. I don't answer any questions of my servants.
You're asking questions, actually.
No, I'm not.
You're talking to me, so you're answering.
That's not answering questions, you little bitch.
What this officer says next makes it quite clear that he has no idea what his job is.
Sick and tired of piece of shit fucking blue line gang members trying to assert some authority that they don't fucking have on the people in this country, try and intimidate and bully and tell them where they can go on a free fucking sidewalk.
Someone should remind this officer that free speech is not obstruction, and that's exactly what this man decided to do.
I hope you have better experience.
You act like the sidewalk is closed just because you're fucking on it.
I just didn't want you coming up on us.
I don't care what you want. What fucking law says that I can't walk by there? That's not obstruction. Obstruction is a physical act. Obstruction is getting in between you and your duties.
Right now, you're interfering. By doing this, you're interfering.
Houston versus Hill says that I can throw a goddamn protest, do somersaults, do anything I want to distract your ADD having ass. And that's not obstruction. That's not interference.
You came over here, you're obstructing.
How? Am I in your way?
Now you're not. I said if you
If I came over there, would I be in your way?
would have been at that time, yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm out here with the suspect.
So fucking what? That's not a law, you dumbass.
Right now, you're creating a disturbance because people are coming out.
Bullshit. Fucking protest is supposed to create attention, you idiot. Apparently you don't know what the First Amendment is all about, man.
Even after the man explained First Amendment rights, the officer refused to admit that he was wrong and instead chose to keep pestering him to stop recording.
Shut up.
I'm just wondering if you're being videoed.
Everybody's on fucking video, you idiot. Every fucking buddy. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Why do you ask these stupid ass questions? Who fucking cares? You're the ones who cared. You're the one who started this whole protest being stupid. Asking that lady if she wanted to be on camera. As if she has some right to privacy. You fucking idiots.
It is no exaggeration to say that the police seem to have more of a problem with people who know their rights than with actual criminals.
You know, these cars are driving by you at 30 miles an hour, but that's okay. But you're worried about somebody with a camera talking about obstruction. You're a fucking idiot. I don't know, man. I don't know why you act this way. I don't know why you're trying to earn the hate. You're trying to earn the hate. Why don't you solve a real fucking crime? That's not a real crime. Who's the goddamn victim, you piece of shit? Who's the victim? Society, yeah, my ass. The only victim here is her. You didn't save shit, man. They're gonna go in there and torture her in the hill. You're a liar, man. You are such a idiot.
Moments later, the man began talking to the other officer on scene who was just as irrational as the first one, unable to own their own mistakes because of their ego.
What's the point in what you're trying to accomplish?
I wasn't trying to accomplish anything when I got here. I was just trying to document what my servants were doing. My servants.
Your servants?
Yeah, you're servants of the people.
Okay, I thought you were talking about her. I was confused.
No, I mean, she could be a criminal, she could be the victim, as far as I know. I wasn't here to get in your way or to, I didn't say a word. I gave you guys space, you know? Yeah. Not because I had to, just because, I mean, it's just as dangerous for me as it is for you, right? Yeah. I see a couple of gang members with guns like you guys. I'm not going to walk right by you. I'm going to give you space, right? Okay. Not because it's some law. Yeah. You know, this road isn't closed and this sidewalk isn't closed either. Right, and I can walk by, and if you want to put up yellow tape and block it off so that everybody can navigate it, you know, at their own leisure, then that's fine, right? But you don't have some arbitrary line around you, some bubble that everybody's just supposed to know about.
Now, when the guy called out their wrongful stop, the cop tried hiding behind traffic stop protocols, but his stuttering exposed how hard he was trying to make laws up.
Well, in the boundaries of our traffic stop, we're allowed that.
There's no boundaries unless you mark it off.
There is.
What is it? Where's the boundary?
Just the general area.
The general area, my ass. What law is that?
You'd have to look it up.
No, because it doesn't exist. Well, you have to look it up. Your safety. Safety is cowardice.
I'm not trying to argue.
Go hide in a hallway at Uvalde, you goddamn coward. Talking about your safety. You make me sick. Go hide in a hallway at Uvalde, you coward. Talking about officer safety. 19 officers standing outside, not doing shit, letting kids get slaughtered. And you want to talk about officer safety? You've got a lot of balls, man. You've got a lot of balls, man. We're so sick of hearing about officer safety. If you want to be safe, go hide in your bed and don't get out of it. Cuddle up to your pillow and stop fucking claiming to be putting your life on the line, man. Right. You can't put your life on the line unless you actually put your life on the line.
These are the same cops who swore an oath to serve their country, yet they choose corruption over integrity. A clear reminder of the difference between allegiance and mere alliance.
Right? And your life isn't on the line when you're crying and bitching and moaning all the time about your safety. It's not my... Yeah, you are. Talking about some general area around you that doesn't exist. If the general area exists on this side of the car, why doesn't it exist on that side of the car?
That's just the flow of traffic over there.
Oh, that's just the flow of traffic. And what the is this? On the sidewalk, is that not flow of traffic? Well, if I'm walking by, is that not flow of traffic?
That's actually where the stop was, if you see the bicycle right.
Big deal.
I was just...
And I can't walk by?
Oh, no one said you couldn't walk by.
Oh, he said I couldn't come over to that sidewalk or it'd be obstruction.
He didn't want you to interrupt the traffic stop.
Interrupt?
Yeah.
Well, interrupting is legal, okay? It's constitutionally approved. Okay. Houston versus Hill says that I can interrupt, distract, confuse, do anything I want as long as I don't put a physical obstruction in between you and your duties. You know, if I grab your pen while you're trying to fill out a ticket, if I step on an ID that you've dropped on the ground and won't let you get it, right? That's obstruction.
Cops love to flex their imaginary bubbles the moment the camera starts rolling, forgetting what the law actually says. But this person made sure to remind them about the laws.
You see what I'm saying? If I'm in your way. But just standing there with the camera, might be a little scary, but too
Yeah.
right? And I didn't go over there.
Okay.
Right? I didn't go over there, but I'm just saying that I wasn't over there. Right? Because one, it's a bad angle. I don't get up that close because it's too close to film properly, right? You can't get the whole, the whole scene.
I got you.
Right? Yeah, that's why I walk around, and get the right angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go and stand 1 foot away, but if there was a wall right there, what if there's a wall right there? Lots of times sidewalks have walls next to them, right? And lots of times there's not even that little easement, that grass area in between the street and the sidewalk. It all depends on the situation, right? You don't have some general area around you that is blocked off the second you put your little pretty lights on.
You can clearly see this cop getting humbled, caught in his own power trip, and left with no choice but to face the reality of their action.
You need to look that law up before you ever regurgitate that nonsense again.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
Like I said,
And stop telling people to look up laws that don't exist. You are arguing. You said that this is the general area around your stop. You said that.
You actually initially saying what I was trying to get to with the whole interfering thing with the pen and the driver's license.
Yeah, that would be interfering, man.
You're fine. I agree with you.
Yeah. I mean, if I walked over there to that sidewalk, yeah, it might be a little freaking scary, but unless I actually do something, it's not interference. Right? If I could have walked right by, I didn't have to ask your permission to walk by.
Yeah.
Right? And nobody would have cared if I didn't have a camera in my hand.
I mean, we got cameras rolling on.
Shit, that has nothing to do with it. Your cameras are for you.
The first cop then returns to the scene and is just as clueless about the law as before. He straight up refused to identify himself, blatantly ignoring that it's a legal requirement for them to do so.
What's your name?
You not see it?
No, I can't see the whole thing. Harve. It's your policy to identify, you fuckstick. Harvey. You're a disgrace, man. See, this guy's earning the hate. You identified, you were straight up, but this guy wants to earn the hate, man. And don't say that you're not part of it. Car 608 and car 606. So he let her go. Yeah, that's good.
After being ruthlessly put in their place, the cops simply walked away, with no charges and no apologies. Maybe they finally realized just how badly they messed up. Now, if you thought that takedown was satisfying, just wait until you see what happened next.
It's not.
Disorderly people are calling in on you.
It's not disorderly.
You want to read the law? I tried to stop and talk to you and have a conversation.
You tried.
In August of 2024, another auditor visited Springdale, Arkansas to conduct a social and legal experiment holding a sign against cancer when a man called Arkansas State Police to report him.
Hello. I just passed a man standing on the off-ramp of Interstate 49 and Elm Springs Road, and he's standing there at the stop. Go ahead.
1 second. Is he on the northbound or the southbound side of the 73?
He's on the southbound.
Okay. And he's on the on-ramp or off-ramp? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you for the radio traffic.
No, he's standing in the grass at the intersection of the off-ramp and Elm Springs Road. But he's holding a large sign that says, "Fuck cancer." He's just standing there.
Okay. Is he getting in traffic or doing anything like that?
Can you advise this? No, he's holding a sign where everyone can see him that says cancer.
Okay.
Children, everybody. That seems obscene to me.
Okay, we'll get somebody out there. Do you want to give your name and telephone number for the call record?
Sure.
Okay, may I have that?
My name is Pete Golden.
I appreciate it. We'll get somebody out there, okay?
Moments later, a state police officer arrived and immediately started questioning the man, acting as if he was the only one who knew the law.
What's up, dude?
Damn, you just stop traffic like that? That's dangerous. Go pull over and park somewhere like a normal person.
Well, you're too far away. So
I'm not doing anything illegal. There's no reason to stop traffic.
Disorderly.
It's not.
Disorderly. People are calling in on you.
It's not disorderly.
You want to read the law?
Actually, can I tell you some case law to look up real quick? Because the law, this is not disorderly. It's not. So, Cohen versus Fort Smith, or not Cohen, Fort Smith versus Ferrerajaj was 2019. That is an 8th Circuit case law just 5 years ago here in Arkansas.
Okay.
And then if you want to go back to Cohen versus California, where the guy was holding that sign that said "F*** left," that's a Supreme Court case law.
Can I ask you a huge
And the
favor?
Supreme Court.
Can I ask you a huge favor?
Sure.
If you had a 5-year-old rolling down the road,
I would explain to him what a swear word is and when not to say it.
would you want them reading that?
At the end of the day, it's free speech, brother.
But the cop was caught off guard when the man fired back. He actually read a previous case that exposed the officer's mistake.
I just want you to respect my First Amendment right.
I got you. I completely understand.
All right, cool. Have a good day, and please get your car out of the road because you're blocking traffic.
It's good.
Please get out of the road. You're causing more of a disturbance than I ever did, brother.
People are calling in on you.
Actually, I have it on film, and everyone is loving it. There's like probably, how many people called in? Out of a lot of people that gave me thumbs up.
I just stopped to talk to you. Okay?
No, you thought it was against the law. You need to go read the law, brother. You need to listen, Cohen versus California and Fort Smith versus Ferrerajaj. That's THURAIRAIRAJA. No, I want to educate you so you aren't arresting someone over this later.
I stopped to talk to you.
Well, you just said it was illegal.
Disorderly fits under.
It's not.
Disorderly.
I promise you, it doesn't. Look into it. Go read it a little more careful, brother. A little more careful. What's your name and badge number?
Jones.
Go read it a little more careful, and don't stop traffic over something like a sign.
I just stopped.
Please move on.
Emergency lights.
You can move along, brother. You can move along.
From "that's disorderly" to "stop to talk to you," the officer pulled an immediate 180 the moment the man caught him making up disorderly laws.
I don't need any harassment from you. You literally stopped traffic to come tell me. Yes, right now you are.
A little common courtesy for the public, correct? Correct?
And I don't agree with what you're asking me to do, so I'm going to continue doing it under the First Amendment. You tried to.
No.
You said it was illegal.
It fits under disorderly from what the
It
law
doesn't.
reads,
I promise you, it doesn't. I've looked into this so many times.
Well, if you're right, you're right.
I am
That's
right.
my bad.
I'm 1,000%. So please do not come over here and try to step on my rights.
If I've stepped on your rights,
you tried. You stopped traffic over
I
it.
tried to stop and talk to you and have a conversation.
You tried.
Nobody wants to have a
Hey,
conversation.
if you wanted to have a conversation, then come talk to me. But don't tell me I'm breaking the law.
I asked you.
Don't tell me I'm breaking the law. Come over and talk to me like a man.
Am I trying to talk to you?
Go park over here like a normal person, and we can start over. All right, I didn't think so.
Why don't you walk over there and come talk to me?
All right, cool.
The trooper knew the man wasn't breaking any law. He just hoped the man didn't know it either. These cops hope to try to take advantage of people's ignorance.
Well, you are right. But out of common courtesy, that's all I ask, okay? There's children out here.
I'm going to hang out for a little longer. It's not going to be an all-day thing. But, hey, why don't you ask why I'm doing this?
Well, I would have if you'd stopped and gave me the common courtesy back.
You didn't give me common courtesy. You came to tell me I was doing something illegal, and I'm positive I'm not. Can we start over? Because did you say I was doing something illegal? And that's what started the whole thing. All right. I'm Justin.
James.
Nice to meet you, James.
Why are you doing this?
All right. So, just last month,
Okay.
a man was arrested for failure to ID.
Okay.
He had committed no crime.
First Amendment?
It's a Fourth Amendment, right?
I mean, was he one of those First Amendment auditors?
No. It was a little. Someone called because he was mad that the store ripped him off $15, and they did.
Okay.
No, there was no confrontation. He was asked to leave. He left. The cops were called. The cops even agreed no crime was broken. He didn't get charged with anything.
The officer backed off, but let's be real. If the man didn't know his rights, this cop would have gladly dragged him off to jail without a second thought.
If I was him, I'd file a complaint.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they do have attorneys for that. The city has attorneys for that. And I would go that route. So.
Yep. So I'm just out here exercising my First Amendment right, and let's see.
I'm cool with that. I don't want anybody infringing on my rights. That's why I'm not going to arrest you over anything that I'm not completely sure of. What disorderly reads. Have you read the state law here?
Yeah.
Does it seem like it fits?
So no. So it has to be I have to be like threatening in some way. Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Sorry, bring it up. The way it reads is causing a nuisance in public for some long line.
Yeah.
and you have a derogatory sign out here. And when the public starts becoming a nuisance in public, people calling in.
Yeah, and I can see how you would read it that way, but where the First Amendment protects, this is First Amendment protects. Yeah. And actually, the whole Fort Smith versus Herrerage, I always do that.
California shuts it all down.
Yes, yeah. Thank you. All right, cool.
It is funny how these cops instantly change the moment they realize they're being recorded. And what is even worse is that they keep on proving just how little they know or care about our rights.
Yeah. Don't want somebody stepping on somebody's rights. That's why I would rather stop and have a conversation with you. When you get not aggressive, but you get angry at me for stopping.
Well, you stopping in the road, so that's something that a lot of people hate. Is there's no reason, just go park.
I don't work this area. No. Got a couple calls. I swung down here to catch it, and I'll try to have a conversation with you. They can go around for 2 seconds. We can stop and have a conversation about it. You're within your guidelines. Don't step out the road. Don't do anything. You know the rules on it.
Yeah.
Obey the laws, and I'm good with it. Okay.
All right. Cool.
I'll ask. Okay, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Please be safe.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
All right. Have a good one.
All of this could have been avoided if the dispatcher had educated the callers about the law, but instead, a clueless cop had to learn the hard way. This next cop was caught in 4K, and his corruption will leave you fuming.
Why did you take my property?
What the f***
Give me my phone back now!
An individual was peacefully filming on a public sidewalk when a man suddenly stepped out of his truck to confront him. Instead of minding his own business, this man chose to escalate the situation without any reason.
What are you doing down here?
Excuse me? I'm looking for something?
No, what are you doing?
What are you doing walking on me?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing walking on me?
Do you know this guy?
No.
Okay, what the f are you doing?
I'm just doing something.
You're doing what?
Nothing,
You're
please.
taking pictures? No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Please what?
Please don't do this to me.
Oh, please don't do this to me.
Don't walk on me, please.
Oh, don't walk on me. What the hell are you doing here?
Please don't walk on me.
Why are you taking pictures of my vehicle?
I'm sorry?
Why he's taking pictures of me too.
Because I needed to get some information.
For what?
I just need.
Come knock on my
Okay, I just needed information. Please don't approach me, sir.
Dude, get the f here.
Sir, you're approaching me, sir.
Oh, okay.
What are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sir, what are you doing? Don't touch me.
Why are you hiding your face?
Don't touch me.
Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding your face?
What is wrong with you guys here? What is wrong with you guys here? Why this?
What?
Let me explain.
I don't even live in this neighborhood, dude. I just see you as a piece of shit.
A true bully, he snatched the phone right from his hands and immediately started intimidating him.
You don't live here? Give me my phone. Please, give me my phone.
What are you gonna call, please?
Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone.
I got my phone, pistol, dude. If you want to fucking
give me my phone back now. Give me my phone. Give it to me.
Dude.
Give me my phone.
Dude.
Why would you take my property?
What the f are you doing?
Give me my phone back here.
I don't even live in this neighborhood, dude. I just see you as a piece of shit.
You don't live here? Give me my phone. Please, give me my phone.
Are you gonna call police?
Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone. Give me my phone, please. Give me my phone back now. Give me my phone. Give it to me.
Even after being pepper sprayed, the man refuses to back down, and instead of stopping, he doubles down on his reckless behavior, only making things worse for both of them.
Give me my phone. Why would you take my property?
What the
Give me my phone back now! Why would you give it to? You touch my phone, I do you too.
Your cops right there.
I don't care. I don't care. No, he took my property. He stole my property. His son.
Up and down the street taking pictures of my vehicle for some reason.
No.
He saw him. He just pepper sprayed him too.
Yeah, because he took my property.
What's going on? He just pepper sprayed that.
I sprayed him with pepper spray.
No
because
idea.
I was sitting here. No, listen, I want to apologize to you too.
Well, how about let me ask him if
listen, he's shaking. Listen, is it not here? I'm not here to cause trouble for you and your neighborhood.
You have an apology from him? Yes or no?
And listen, brother, listen, it's not about to be. Listen.
Moments later, the cops arrived on the scene, and unsurprisingly, they did nothing to help.
I did not want to do this to you.
What you're doing is not smart, I'm telling you.
And I did not want to harm you in no way, but you approached me, and I just want, if you want to apologize to me for taking my property, I will not press charges on you. But if you do not apologize, these men will have to take you to jail.
Hey, so you're going to take me to jail?
If I press charges, these men will have to take you to jail.
Is that where it's at? So I have to apologize?
Would you like to apologize to me or not?
Hey, nobody has to apologize.
Okay, but I will press charges if you don't.
Let me talk to him, okay? You're not helping right now.
Listen, we're still investigating this, okay?
He broke my phone.
You
I
are
understand.
not helping. Let me talk.
The cops refused to let him press charges against the man who snatched his phone. Let's just hope that justice was served in the end. Today we saw satisfying moments of these informed lawyers owning these corrupt cops and taking them to the cleaners. It was truly shocking to see these officers having no sense of the law whatsoever and getting brutally owned by these attorneys. If you agree, please support us by liking this video. And if you enjoyed this video, watch how these dirty police officers were owned by their own bosses.
Leave him there, leave him there, leave him there, leave him there, leave him there.